Good morning, and welcome to the recognition ceremony honoring the 2020 graduating class of the Lipscomb University College of Pharmacy. My name is Tom Campbell, and I serve as Dean of the College of Pharmacy. I am thankful that you are able to view this ceremony from the safety of your home. However, I would much rather be looking at your smiling faces in person. However, per the restrictions given to us by the state and the city, we're not allowed to gather as a large group. I know you are weary of hearing how these are unprecedented times. So we're going to make a transition right now and focus on how special this particular time is. Today is about you. You have put in a lot of hard work to reach this milestone. Years of education and an investment in yourself have brought you to this point. One day away from obtaining your Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Congratulations. This is a time for us to celebrate this great accomplishment. Before I introduce our next speaker, I would like to use this time to say thank you. I would like to say a special thank you to the spouses, the children, parents, families, and friends for helping us to celebrate this day. I would normally ask our graduates to stand up and acknowledge these special people that have made this point in time possible for you. They have truly sacrificed so this day could happen. So I hope each of you as graduates are taking time right now in your homes to thank those special people in your life. This is not only a day of celebration for you, it is also a celebration for each of them. Congratulations once again. Also, I would like to acknowledge the group of people that have helped make this journey one in which you can say that you graduated from one of the top colleges of pharmacy in the nation, and that is our incredible faculty and staff. They have invested into each of you. They have shared experiences, knowledge, and have loved you each step of this journey. I know you have felt their encouragement, and you also felt it when they challenged you to take it to the next level. Thank you, faculty and staff, for the impact you have made on the lives of these graduates. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Vice Provost Roger Davis, who will come and say a few remarks and lead us in prayer. Vice Provost Davis is retiring at the conclusion of this semester, a well-deserved honor. Vice Provost Davis is the founding dean of the College of Pharmacy. He has had a very distinguished career in the profession of pharmacy and in health sciences academia. He has been the architect for this program, and through his vision and leadership, we have become one of the top colleges of pharmacy in the nation. He has also led Lipscomb School of Nursing and has been instrumental in the startup of our new School of Physician Assistant Studies. Vice Provost Davis has made a tremendous impact on the lives of our students, alumni, staff, and faculty. On a personal note, he has been my mentor, and I cannot thank him enough for his guidance and wisdom over the years. What I want to thank him for most is his commitment to building a program with Christ as the cornerstone. Vice Provost, thank you for all that you have done for this university and the impact you've made on this graduating class. Vice Provost Davis.
Thank you, Dean Campbell. I want to express my appreciation for your kind remarks and for your invitation to be a part of this very, very special ceremony today. It's a courtesy that is deeply appreciated. Graduating class of 2020, congratulations. We can't say it strong enough, often enough, or loud enough, because you've earned what you're about to receive tomorrow. And we are so very, very proud of your accomplishments and even prouder of the potential that you hold for the future of pharmacy practice and the development of your careers. 4 years ago almost, you sat in this auditorium where we are today, somewhat curious, apprehensive, maybe a little bit intimidated, but excited about the next 4 years in front of you. You have successfully traveled through those 4 years, and congratulations on that. Today, you sat in a lot of different places, but you sat there as learned, skilled, confident, competent, compassionate, caring practitioners. And maybe you're still a little bit apprehensive, but I would ask you to dwell on your successes, the arduousness of your journey, and the success that you have before you. In my 5 decades in this profession, I do not believe that there is a better time for the advancement of pharmacist-centered patient care and enhancement of the professional role of the pharmacist in delivering health care in all kinds of settings as exists today. I'm optimistic for your future, and I'm optimistic for the future of the profession. I hope that you will take the things that the faculty and staff have instilled in you, their love and concern for you, and their sharing of their own personal lives and journeys with you, and use that as motivation to seize this moment to advance the profession and make pharmacy a key component of the future of healthcare in this country. I wish that we had been able to accomplish that during my tenure as a pharmacist during the last 5 decades. Do well in all that you do, because what you have is not just your skills and knowledge, but your character to advance your career and your profession. Congratulations to you again. Let's give thanks to our Father. Almighty God, we do stop at this moment today to express to you our appreciation for the gathering that you've put together here to bring these individuals into our lives and to allow us as faculty and staff to share our lives with them. We are all richer for these interactions. Thank you for this special blessing. We request today that you give them strength and compassion and the ability to care for others and to demonstrate the Christ-like compassion for those in need. We give thanks for those who have supported you in this journey, as been mentioned earlier. God, thank you for that greater family, that greater community that supports each graduate today. I pray for the graduates to have perseverance, to have good common sense, and to have a heart that reflects Christ in everything that they do, that they will have the courage to accept the responsibility that comes with the blessings each has received. Father, guide them, support them, and put your hand of love and grace on each one of them as they begin their career in this profession. Continue to forgive us, Father, when we fail you, is our prayer in Christ's name. Amen.
One tradition we have for this recognition ceremony is that each graduating class will select a faculty member to address them on this special day. The class of 2020 has selected Dr. Jonathon Pouliot. Dr. Pouliot is an assistant professor with the College of Pharmacy, and he teaches in multiple places within the curriculum, and he practices in the area of internal medicine and emergency medicine. At this time, please welcome Dr. Jonathon Pouliot.
Thank you, Dean Campbell. Thanks also on behalf of all the faculty to Vice Provost Davis. As an aside, we are so thankful for all that you've done for the faculty and the college here, what you've built, and we look forward to the opportunity to continue the tradition of excellence that you have set for us. Thanks also to the administration, fellow faculty and staff that are joining us virtually, as well as family and friends of our graduates. And finally, thank you to the class of 2020. This is a tremendous honor, and I am so thankful for the opportunity to address you today. As a fairly junior faculty, and I'm nervous already. Oh, that's the hand sanitizer, sorry. This is the first time that I'm actually delivering this faculty address. So, being a junior faculty, I decided to reach out to some of my most trusted faculty advisors and mentors to get some advice on how I should take, what direction I should take with this speech. Here's a few tidbits from what I got. One said, to make the speech as politically polarizing as absolutely possible, take a stand and don't relent. Another said that I should fill it with finger-pointing and baseless accusations. Again, we're in a unique situation, empty room, no one can defend themselves. Another said that my jokes won't work, so don't even try. Again, empty room. Although Dr. Lee has said that he would laugh at my jokes, so there's that. Another said to take way too much time. What else is there to do? Everybody's watched Tiger King twice at this point. And then, obviously, I got the advice to do a parking joke, which doesn't really work as the campus is locked down, although I did have to park in the football field this morning. In all seriousness, when I started reflecting on this address, the first thing that I thought about was the fact that we started at the same time. I was going into my first academic year as a full-time faculty member at the exact same time that you all were coming in as P1s. And so I thought about some of the emotions that I had. I was excited. I was energized. I was probably clueless about what I was getting myself into. And I was a little bit scared as well. And so I hope that some of those resonated with you. And so it's important to think back about that. Think back about that time when you were walking into the start of this school, your journey here, and to think about where you've come and how you feel now. I'm so thankful for our time together. To see the growth and competence and maturity and professionalism in you all over the last 4 years has been remarkable. And honestly, I hope that you've seen a little bit of that in me, that growth anyway. It's been so gratifying for all of the faculty, and we know that you all are ready to take on this profession. When thinking about how I could make some impactful statements to you during this address, I really just came back to some of the simple things. We know that you've been trained well, you're competent, and you're practice ready. You're going to do great things in this profession and in this world, because that's simply what Lipscomb graduates do. So let me remind you of a few simple things. I had come across an article recently, and I couldn't find the original author, but it was a smart person, whoever it was, that said that had the 10 things that require zero talent. We've already established that you all are very talented and ready to take on the profession. So here's a few things that I think will help you in your time as a pharmacist. Be on time. Remember all those times in class when we would get on your case if you were late? We were trying to instill this ideal in you. People that are always present are the ones that get the opportunities over those that aren't present. Set an alarm, leave early, whatever it takes, be present. Have a great work ethic. We've tried to build this in you by making your courses so hard and challenging, but continue to cultivate it. It's really important for you to maintain and to grow your work ethic. You will be looked at by your patients and your coworkers and your administrators as a go-to person, and it's always important to do a little extra when you can. Always give your best effort, even if you don't feel like you want to. In your career, you're going to be tired, you're going to lack interest in certain activities, and so forth. Your patients and your coworkers expect and depend that you're at your best at all times. Don't shortchange them. Practice good body language. Simple one, hat tip to Dr. Nola in her communications class. I know she talked about nonverbal communication. It's really essential, especially now that we're all having to wear masks all the time. Your nonverbal communication is super important. So make sure that you maintain good body language and good nonverbal communication. Have a good attitude. Wow, this one is important. Be a source of positivity in your workplace and with your patients. Cultivate the habit of dealing with difficult situations and remaining poised and positive. Be teachable. You can learn something from anyone. Don't forget that. You're probably feeling the anxiety of the NAPLEX and MPJE and are looking for every opportunity to learn from others now. But as you get into your profession and you develop competency, never be above learning something from someone else. In fact, it's a good idea to have a goal to learn one new thing every day, and it doesn't have to just be related to pharmacy. Have passion and tenacity. Be an advocate for your patients and for your profession. It's your profession now. Be tenacious. Don't give up what you've focused on. And then be prepared. I remember back to my graduation way too long ago, and the faculty address mentioned the 7 Ps, and I'm going to adjust it to the 6 Ps so that it's Lipscomb appropriate. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Get that into your head. As a legendary football coach, Paul Bear Bryant, once said, "It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters." And then don't forget the little things. Take care of yourself. We've spent a lot of time this last year talking about wellness. It's really important, especially in these times, to make sure that you're practicing good mental hygiene. Have a hobby outside of pharmacy. Take a break. Enjoy life. Make sure to keep things in perspective. Be sure to take time for your family and friends, especially now. They have sacrificed so much for the last 4 years to get you to where you're at, and now you have an opportunity to catch up to some extent. Be there for them. They've supported you, and now is your opportunity to really build that back. Remember who you are, and remember where you came from. And remember whose you are. As a Christian, you can rest in the knowledge that the creator of the universe and the creator of all that is, he knows you, is in relationship with you, and is for you. That is so powerful. We are definitely in uncertain times, probably more uncertain than most of our lifetimes. Well, probably not everybody. There's some folks here that are probably remember the 1918 flu. But for the most part, this is a very new world that you are walking into as healthcare professionals. Coronavirus has changed our lives in many ways and will continue to. There's a lot of people that are focused on negativity. They're paralyzed by the uncertainty and fear that's associated. People have lost jobs and loved ones. These are your patients. These are your loved ones. These are the people that you will interact with every day. This is the awesome opportunity that you are walking into as healthcare professionals. So my challenge to you is to focus on the ways you can impact patients' lives and help in this time. You have an unprecedented opportunity to be part of an incredible time in healthcare. We are frontline workers. Pharmacists are frontline workers. Don't let anyone tell you any different. We can support our patients and our fellow providers like no one else can. While it's good to have an appropriate fear and anxiety, don't let it overtake you. You are well trained and you can and will make a difference. Don't forget that. It's going to be easy to give in to the fear. Be bold, courageous, confident, and know that your Lipscomb family is here to support you every step of the way. Congratulations to all of you. On behalf of the faculty of the Lipscomb College of Pharmacy, we wish you the best. We all hope that you stay in touch with us, and we are so excited to hear about the great things that you will do. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce the class of 2020 class president, Kyle Owens.
Thank you, Dr. Pouliot. Good morning, class of 2020, and welcome to your living room. I hope you all can hear me over the lawnmowers outside. Just kidding, they're not mowing today. I know that this is not the most ideal scenario for a graduation. I think it's an understatement to say when we started pharmacy school in 2016, we didn't think it would end like this. No one planned for this to happen. No one had a backup scenario for a global pandemic graduation. No one saw this coming. And yet, here we are, rolling with it and making it work. We have taken this dumpster fire of a situation and turned it into something productive and happy. We have proven our adaptability. We all know the buzzword adaptability. Many of us were coached to use this word in interviews and residency applications, but I don't think anyone truly knew what it was until we found ourselves here, accepting our diplomas in our living rooms instead of on a stage and wearing our hoods over our clothes bought at the mall rather than gowns sewn by hand. However, this is not the first time our class has shown its resilience. We have come together to win lip sync video challenges. We sent 4 students to the AMCP National P&T competition as finalists. We won Hygeia Bowl. We had a class member serve as APHA ASP National Speaker of the House. We have deciphered all of Nicole Northcutt's typos. We had 2 students place second in ASHP's National Clinical Skills Competition. We are the largest class to be accepted to Lipscomb's Pharmacy School, and we are the largest class to graduate from Lipscomb's Pharmacy School. We were the last class to learn from Dr. Fowler, the first class to stay all night long to get the seats we wanted in class, and one of many classes that had to throw SpongeBob at Dr. Akers to make him explain pharmaceutics to us like we were 5 years old. That's a bit of an inside joke. Ask around and you'll hear the story. When we first started pharmacy school, we looked at 4th-year students who were almost done with this step in their career, and we thought, that excitement and those problems are so far in the future, I can't even imagine it right now. And now, we have made it to the end. There is a lot of excitement, and there are a few problems. It's tough for many of us to be done with this stage of our lives, to end our role as students and move on to being professionals. But we move on, we grow up, we work hard, and we succeed. The key word in all of this is we. And no, I don't mean the French word for yes, I mean the collective we. Nothing worth achieving is achieved alone. We have succeeded because we banded together, and we have been pushed by faculty and staff that knew what we were capable of, even when we didn't think we could do it ourselves. We started in this auditorium together, and we made it back here virtually together. We have been through so much on this journey. We have lost loved ones, welcomed new family members and 4-legged friends, celebrated marriages, and become a family. We literally have a brother and sister in our class. We have been through 2 deans, a reaccreditation visit, a solar eclipse, a global pandemic, and the movie Cats. We have gone into the lion's den, and no, I don't mean the movie theater showing cats, and we have come out alive. Not only alive, but stronger. It was the great philosopher Kelly Clarkson who said, "Since you've been gone," oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong quote. She did say that. But what she also said was, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller." And pharmacy school certainly didn't kill any of us. We have been stressed almost to the point of breaking, and we have dealt with that stress with Mama Chanel's cookies, Leanne Fan's cinnamon rolls, Dallas's wife's cookies, and any baked good that Emily Campbell graces our table with. Sometimes you just need a long walk to Stokes, or a box of Girl Scout cookies from courtesy of TJ and Lacey's kids to deal with it all. We have learned to lean on each other in times of despair and prop each other up in times of need. The memories we have are distinctive. The journey we have traveled is special, and the bond we share is unique. I would be lying if I said we didn't have support outside of the classroom. To the mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, close friends, or anyone special in our lives who was understanding when we couldn't hang out or see each other quite as often as we like, or quizzed us using flashcards, or watched the kids so we could study, or cleaned the house while we were at school studying on the weekends, or told us we could do this and supported us, thank you. I know it sounds simple, and it probably doesn't quite do the job or fully express what your sacrifice and support has meant to us and will continue to mean to us for the rest of our lives, but thank you. The last thing I want to leave you with, and the only piece of advice I have, is do not let a successful career define your life. Let your relationships with your family and friends, your positive impact on others' lives, and your reputation in your community define your life. August 2016, we started one of the biggest, scariest chapters of our lives. Today, we start writing chapter 2. Still big, but less scary. Congratulations. And now I would like to present on behalf of the class of 2020 to the College of Pharmacy a gift. It's customary for the graduating class to give something to the college to symbolize our thanks. When we were trying to come up with something to give the school, we couldn't think of any physical item that could improve our experience. However, what we think could be helpful is a donation towards the Alumni Scholarship Fund in order to help the school continue to invest in students like they already do. So on that note, I would like to present this donation to Dean Tom Campbell on behalf of the class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you, class of 2020, for your gift. We are thankful for that and for the generosity and your commitment to this college. And I would also like to thank Kyle for his leadership as class president and really the entire class, because you all have been a group of leaders. You've all taken that step into leadership roles, and we are thankful for that. And as Kyle mentioned, you certainly have shown adaptability. You have shown resilience. It was not until he went through his list that I realized the significance of that you had to survive the movie Cats. And that is something I know that those scars will last you a lifetime, and something that you'll be able to tell your grandkids one day. But we are thankful. Normally at this time in the program, we ask each of the class presidents to come forward and present Faculty of the Year awards. In trying to keep our in-person group small and within the recommendations, we have asked Kyle Owens to make these presentations on behalf of each class. So let me ask class of 2020 class president Kyle Owens to return to the microphone to announce these awards.
Thank you, Dean Campbell. I reached out to each of the class presidents for these awards, so these are their words. They chose these faculty members. So our P3 class wanted this award to go to someone who took on teaching our class rheumatology and chemotherapy, which was no small task. Your use of case presentations and interactive learning style helped us brave Therapy 5 with confidence. As rising P4s, we will aspire to serve as more than the medication expert, but also help lead as effective communicators with fellow healthcare professionals, patients, and caretakers with the skills you taught us as P2s. Outside of the classroom, you've served as a welcoming presence, mentor, and a friend to us in times of difficulty, confusion, and need. Your hard work and warm personality does not go unnoticed with us. We appreciate all that you do and wish we could be there to present this award to you in person. Thank you, Dr. Kam Nola, for believing in us. For the P2 Faculty Award, on behalf of the P2 class, this award goes to a professor who taught us that inhaler technique is essential. A professor who always demonstrated kindness, high standards, encouraging words, and an optimistic attitude. We all know that this professor is rooting for our success constantly. Before pharmacotherapy exams, we can always count on this professor for prayers, Bible verses, song suggestions, calming words, and a bright smile. This professor loves the beach, her dogs, her patients, and her students. And we love her too. This award goes to Dr. Jessica Wallace. And finally, for the P1 Faculty Award. The P1 Faculty of the Year Award goes to someone who is fueled by nothing other than passion and complete devotion to her students' learning experience. People say she's the best professor. They go, gosh, we've never learned from a professor like this. She's hilarious, and she gets the best of us. We can always expect this professor to show up to class with a bright smile, a positive attitude, and encouraging words. This professor never misses an opportunity to enhance her students' understanding of difficult concepts by applying them to real-life examples, most often provided by the employees of Dunder Mifflin. It should come as no surprise that this professor's passion extends far beyond the walls of our classroom. Her door is always open to anyone who needs it, whether it be for someone needing additional assistance or for someone needing a healthy snack like plantains. She is always quick to help. This award goes to someone who has exceeded every expectation and is truly the world's best immunologist. Congrats, Dr. Sarah Collier. You are so appreciated.
Congratulations to all of our faculty award winners. You've done an outstanding job. We are truly blessed. We have an outstanding faculty. And it is at this moment I'd like to also mention that we are going to be losing two of our faculty members, in addition to Vice Provost Davis, who will be retiring at the end of the semester. Dr. Richard Thompson, Chair of the Department of Pharmacy Practice, will also be retiring at the end of the semester. He has made multiple contributions to this college and will be dearly missed. Also, Dr. Julie Stevens will be relocating with her family to another city and will be leaving the college. And she also has done an incredible job of teaching, providing mentorship, and excellent clinical practice. And we will miss both of them dearly. We are blessed with excellent preceptors that do an outstanding job of training our student pharmacists in every area of pharmacy practice. I would now like to ask Dr. Greg Young, Associate Dean of Experiential Education, to come to the microphone and announce the winners of our Preceptors of the Year Award.
Thank you, Dean Campbell. It's indeed my honor and privilege to be here today to participate in this celebration. If you are watching this video right now, then you have made it, and I congratulate you for that. But this is not the end. This is simply the end of the beginning. The best is yet to come. So some of families and friends may be wondering, what is experiential education? It's simply the clinical internships that are completed by each student as part of their traditional training in the pharmacy college. Experiential education represents a minimum of 30% of the four-year curriculum leading to the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Each student will have completed by graduation approximately 1,900 clinical training hours. As a class, you've completed nearly 150,000 hours of clinical training in the local healthcare environment, which means 150,000 hours contributed toward patient care. For that, I congratulate you. We have two components to the experiential education program. There's the introductory pharmacy practice experiences, which take place in the first through the third year, and the advanced pharmacy practice experiences, which take place solely within the fourth year. That's what our class has just completed. We could not do that without quality pharmacists who serve as preceptors to walk alongside these students and to emulate what a pharmacist should be, how they should practice, the morals, the ethics, the values that should have. And each one of you, I hope, has been in the presence of some of those who have changed your lives and opened your mind and your eyes to what a pharmacist could be. So we have three awards that we presented today. The first two are Advanced Pharmacy Practice Experience Preceptors of the Year. There will be a Faculty APPE Preceptor of the Year Award, an External APPE Preceptor of the Year Award, and then finally we will award an IPPE Preceptor of the Year Award. So for the first award, this individual received their Bachelor of Science degree from Providence College in Rhode Island in 2005, received their Doctor of Pharmacy degree from Campbell University College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences in North Carolina in 2010. They also, as part of that, finished a dual degree where they received a Master of Science in Clinical Research at Campbell University as well in 2010. They went on to complete two one-year postgraduate pharmacy residencies at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. The first year was a pharmacy practice residency. The second year was a critical care specialty residency completed in 2012. They went on to begin their career as a critical care clinical pharmacy specialist and quickly moved into emergency medicine shortly after that. This individual joined the faculty in 2016 largely because of our relationship as preceptor and college, and simply having a phone call one day, and it ended with, hey, if you ever have an opening, let me know. And needless to say, this individual sits among us today, and I will tell you that his rotation has become quickly one of the most popular rotations. This individual currently practices in the emergency department at Williamson Medical Center. Ironically enough, his wife Deanna is also an emergency medicine clinical pharmacist, and they have a beautiful daughter, Eleanor. It gives me great honor to present the Faculty APPE Preceptor of the Year Award to Dr. Jonathon Pouliot. Congratulations, Dr. Pouliot. Next, I would like to present the APPE Preceptor of the Year Award to an external pharmacist who trains our students as well. This individual is a 1991 graduate of Samford University College of Pharmacy in Birmingham. They began their career as a consultant pharmacist with CVS. Then they transitioned into a clinical pharmacist role position at Baptist Hospital, which is now known as St. Thomas Midtown here in Nashville. In January of 2010, this individual accepted a position as Director of Pharmacy at Northcrest Medical Center in Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes north of Nashville. This individual began serving as a preceptor for the College of Pharmacy in the middle of 2011 and quickly hit the ground running, eventually growing into both IPPEs and APPE experiences. And to date, he and his staff have hosted over 450 Lipscomb College of Pharmacy student rotations. To date, he has become one of our popular hospital pharmacy rotations and has become a great partner to the College of Pharmacy, serving in other capacities as well. So it's my honor to present the external APPE Preceptor of the Year Award to Dr. Keith Kuboske. And lastly, for our final award, I'm excited about this one as well. This individual earned their bachelor's degree from Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville in 2009. They were accepted to Lipscomb College of Pharmacy, and they are alumna of the class of 2013. They're employed as a pharmacist with Sam Club, immediately taking that position upon graduation. And in 2013, this individual was promoted to pharmacy manager for the Sam's Club location in Hendersonville, Tennessee. She began serving as a preceptor for the college in 2016. And when I asked her why you wanted to be a preceptor, I think her own words sum it up the best, and this is her quote. "I have always had a passion for teaching as my undergraduate degree is in education. I enjoy being able to combine that with my love for pharmacy by hosting IPPE students at my practice site." She's a Middle Tennessee native and currently living in Lebanon with her husband Justin and two daughters Addie and Avery. It is my honor to present the IPPE Preceptor of the Year Award to Dr. Rachel Angel. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our other faculty, Dr. Sarah Uroza, who will come up and will facilitate the presentation of Student Pharmacist Awards and recognition of dual degrees and certificates. Dr. Uroza.
It is a pleasure to represent the faculty and staff of the College of Pharmacy in presenting awards to selected members of the graduating class. In several of the cases, students were nominated by members of the faculty and fellow students for these awards. The first 5 awards are given to student pharmacists in recognition of their involvement in professional organizations. The APHA ASP Senior Recognition Certificate goes to the graduating member that has made the greatest contribution to our APHA ASP chapter. This year's recipient was an excellent leader for our chapter. She was always full of new, innovative ideas that allowed our chapter to grow through the number and quality of activities we provided. Although she did serve as president and helped lead in some of those obvious ways, many times her leadership was shown in the small moments. A great example of this was when she took it upon herself to be the campaign manager and personal assistant to another student running for a national officer position. She helped this student run a successful campaign and get elected. These small moments are often the unseen reasons and the reason why I think she is most deserving of this award. The winner of the APHA ASP Senior Recognition Certificate goes to Tiffany Clark. The next award is the Asclepios Key, presented by to a member of our pharmacy fraternity, Kappa Psi. In Greek mythology, Asclepios was the god of medicine. In 1946, the Asclepios Key was introduced to be a special award presented to the Kappa Psi chapter member for outstanding a scholarship. This award is voted upon by the chapter and presented to the Kappa Psi member who is among the top performers academically in his and her class and has shown superior leadership in the Kappa Psi fraternity. This recipient served as a Kappa Psi executive committee during his P3 year and has made a lasting impression. He always has a positive attitude, supports his chapter members whenever possible, and is just an all-around great person. We definitely are going to miss having him around next year. The Asclepius Key goes to Kyle Owens. The Phi Delta Chi Alterum Alterius Auxilio Eget Award is being given to a graduating brother who has made the most significant contribution to the Gamma Omega chapter. The award is titled after the fraternity's motto that translates to, "Each needs the help of the other." This motto reminds brothers that they are not alone in the pursuit of excellence in pharmacy and that brothers are always there to help them on their journey. Phi Delta Chi further prides itself on developing leaders in pharmacy, and this year's recipient fits that description of excellence. This brother exemplifies leadership, service, and scholarship in every aspect of her professional and personal life. She is always willing to help anyone in need, no matter the circumstance. She has held leadership positions within Phi Delta Chi for the last 3 years, as well as holding leadership positions outside of the fraternity. Her support for this fraternity and its brothers is undeniable, and we could not be prouder of her accomplishments. We know her future impact on the practice of pharmacy will be positive, and she will always be a role model and more than willing to offer a helping hand. It is only fitting the recipient of the 2020 Alterum Alterius Auxilio Eget Award is Alison Spicer. Phi Lambda Sigma is also known as the Pharmacy Leadership Society and strives to promote the development of leadership qualities and to honor leaders in the profession. The Phi Lambda Sigma Chapter Member of the Year Award goes to an outstanding PLS member based on their contributions to pharmacy leadership within the chapter. This award was selected by a vote from the PLS chapter members and the PLS advisor. The recipient of this award served as SPGA president last year and president of her class 2 years in a row while at Lipscomb. She also served as PLS treasurer and subsequently was elected as PLS president this past year. She was instrumental in organizing multiple events for the society, including a mock interview event in collaboration with ASHP, SSHP, and more recently, a virtual PLS initiation ceremony, which was unprecedented. This individual leads in such a way that others want to follow her because of her infectious positive spirit and genuine heart to serve others. This individual has demonstrated a strong passion for the career of pharmacy and advancing the PLS Delta Alpha chapter at Lipscomb. She is highly respected among her peers in this organization and was clearly the most deserving for this award. This year's Phi Lambda Sigma Chapter Member of the Year is Nicole Northcutt. The ASHP SSHP Leadership Recognition Award is awarded to the P4 student who has served as the past president of the Lipscomb College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences SSHP chapter. This year's award recipient served as our SSHP chapter president-elect and president. The ASHP SSHP Leadership Recognition Award goes to Kahari Wines. The next group of awards honors students for their academic excellence throughout pharmacy school. The first 3 awards are presented by the Pharmacy Practice Department. These students were nominated and voted on by pharmacy practice faculty based on their excellence in specific areas of practice. The Academic Excellence in Social and Administrative Sciences Award goes to a student that displays an interest in pharmacy administration and excelled in the administrative science courses such as healthcare delivery, pharmacoeconomics, and pharmacy law and ethics. The recipient of the Academic Excellence in Social and Administrative Sciences Award goes to Drew Nadler. The Academic Excellence in Pharmacotherapy Award goes to a graduate that displays an interest in the area of pharmacotherapy and excelled academically in all 6 pharmacotherapy courses and the applied pharmacotherapy course. This series of classes includes everything the students have learned about how medications work and when and how to use them appropriately. It involves making sure the patient gets the right medication at the right time for the appropriate outcome. The Academic Excellence in Pharmacotherapy Award goes to Nathan Fields. The Pharmacy Practice Department created a new award this year. This award is the Excellence in Pharmacy Practice Award. It is to honor a student that excels in the clinical areas of pharmacy practice. Advanced pharmacy practice experience preceptors were asked to nominate recipients for this award. This recipient received multiple nominations from both internal and external preceptors for her excellence in clinical practice. The Excellence in Pharmacy Practice Award goes to Gabrielle Givens. The next 4 awards are presented on behalf of the Pharmaceutical Science Department. The recipient of these awards are selected by the full-time faculty in the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and is primarily determined by the student who accumulated the highest cumulative % score in the qualifying coursework. The Academic Excellence in Biomedical Sciences Award is presented annually to a graduating student pharmacist who demonstrated exemplary academic performance in the basic biomedical sciences. Qualifying coursework in the basic biomedical sciences includes core curricular content in anatomy and physiology, microbiology and immunology, and biomolecular chemistry. The 2020 recipient of the Academic Excellence in Biomedical Sciences is Loretta Moate. The Academic Excellence in Pharmacology Award is presented annually to a graduating student pharmacist who demonstrated exemplary academic performance in pharmacology. Qualifying coursework in pharmacology includes the application of basic pharmacodynamic principles necessary for understanding the rational use of drugs in a daily practice and mastering core curricular content in drug receptor theory, structure-activity relationships, signaling transduction, and physiologic effects of the drug. The recipient of the Academic Excellence in Pharmacology goes to Nathan Fields. The Academic Excellence in Biopharmaceutics Award is presented annually to a graduating student pharmacist who demonstrated exemplary academic performance in pharmaceutics and biopharmaceutics. Qualifying coursework include core curricular content in pharmaceutical and medicinal chemistry, drug delivery systems, pharmacokinetics, and drug metabolism. The 2020 recipient of the Academic Excellence in Biopharmaceutics is Tyler Hollis. The Pharmaceutical Sciences Research Scholar designation is awarded to a student who has made significant contributions to the research and scholarship mission of the department and individual research programs. Research Scholar designations are recommended by their research faculty mentor and voted on by faculty members of the department. Research scholars must have been actively involved in a research project for a minimum of 2 years in an individual faculty member's research program, and whose contribution has been significant enough to warrant co-authorship on an original research manuscript published in a peer-reviewed scientific journal. Additional evidence of scholarship should also include generation of key preliminary data for external grant submissions, research poster presentations, and scientific platform presentations. This year's recipient has been actively engaged in research throughout his time in the college, including participation in the Pharmaceutical Sciences Summer Research Program. His work has led to multiple presentations and posters, including presentations at a National Science Committee meeting. He also was selected as an AACP Walmart Scholar and was able to attend and present at the AACP annual meeting. His work has led to first author research publication on topoisomerase II and will also contribute towards manuscripts in progress under the direction of Dr. Joe DeWeese. The 2020 Pharmaceutical Sciences Research Scholar recipient is Myles Keck. The final academic award is given to the student that has maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA throughout all of pharmacy school. The recipient of the Dean's Recognition for Academic Achievement goes to Nathan Fields. The Masters of Healthcare Informatics and Masters in Management degrees are additional optional degrees for our PharmD students who have an interest in these areas. I will recognize those students who have received both degrees or certificate awards in a moment, but right now we have awards for outstanding student performance in these areas. The Healthcare Informatics Award goes to Caleb Hammons. Caleb has excelled in the program academically while embracing the role of servant leader and is actively contributing enhanced healthcare delivery through his courses and projects. Caleb has performed admirably in both team-based and individual initiatives throughout the program. His capstone research project involved analysis of clinical decision support and dose range checking, with results assisting real-world efforts in the healthcare system. Please join us in congratulating Caleb for receiving this honor. We look forward to seeing his continued influence through contributions and innovations in the healthcare informatics arena. Each year, one graduate from the dual PharmD Masters of Management degree is chosen for the Masters of Management Leadership Award. The recipient of this award is chosen by their peers in the dual degree program as someone who will advance the profession of pharmacy through obtaining the dual PharmD Masters in Management degree. This year's recipient of the Masters in Management Leadership Award is Drew Nadler. The next 9 awards are sponsored by various industry companies. These companies give each College of Pharmacy the opportunity to honor graduating student pharmacists for excelling in different aspects of practice. The Facts and Comparisons Award of Clinical Excellence in Clinical Communications goes to a student with high academic achievement who has demonstrated superior verbal and written clinical communication skills. The recipient receives a certificate and a 1-year subscription to LexiComplete, mobile app from LexiComp, which in the pharmacy world is a big deal. The recipient of this award has excelled in written and oral clinical communication skills, not only in the classroom, but also during her rotations. She has participated in the patient counseling competition and clinical skills competition. Her clinical communication really showed during her APPE rotations. Multiple preceptors praised her skills and recommended her for this award. The recipient of the Facts and Comparisons Award of Excellence in Clinical Communications is Gabby Givens. The American Institute of the History of Pharmacy Certificate of Recognition goes to a student that has shown superior achievement in the field of the history of pharmacy. The recipient of this award has been dedicated to learning about the history of pharmacy and how the profession can continue to transform to meet the needs for the patients of tomorrow. This person's commitment to the practice of pharmacy will serve him well in his future career. The recipient of the American Institute of the History of Pharmacy Certificate is Victor Garcia. The Royal Society of Chemistry Certificate of Excellence goes to a graduating student for outstanding achievement in the study of chemical science. The recipient of this award performed well in pharmaceutical and medicinal chemistry and always shown a keen interest in research. He has been actively engaged in research while at Lipscomb, including his participation in the Pharmaceutical Sciences Summer Research Program. He has presented research at local and national meetings, and his work has been published. Additionally, he's one of the most inquisitive people you will meet. He is always ready to talk about his favorite subject, infectious disease. The Royal Society of Chemistry Certificate of Excellence goes to Myles Keck. The next 2 awards come to us from Merck Pharmaceutical Company. The first Merck Pharmacy Award is the Merck Pharmacy Advocacy Award. This award is given to a graduating student who is a strong advocate for patients and the profession. This student got involved with the Tennessee Pharmacists Association early on in her career and encouraged her fellow classmates to understand policies that affected the profession and our patients. She served as a member at large and delegate for our student chapter within TPA. She has also served as the policy vice president for our APHA ASP chapter, helping students get involved not only on the state level, but also on a national level as well. This recipient was also a trailblazer for future students, being Lipscomb's first student elected to a national officer position. She served as the national speaker of the House for the APHA ASP national organization, an organization that represents over 30,000 student pharmacists around the country. The recipient of the Merck Pharmacy Advocacy Award is Andrea McDonald. The next Merck Award is the Merck Service Award. This award is given to a student pharmacist showing initiative and superior attitude in the commitment to service and missions locally or abroad. This award recipient has served the college in a variety of leadership positions, both college-wide and as a member of different student organizations. He is well liked by everyone, faculty, staff, students. He is even showing his service to the college today by being here to help present awards. I know that I'm not alone in saying that he will truly be missed on campus next year. The Merck Service Award goes to Kyle Owens. The Mylan Pharmaceutics Excellence in Pharmacy Award goes to a student in the top 25% of their class academically that intends to enter practice upon graduation. The recipient must demonstrate high personal motivation and possess a unique ability to communicate drug information. The recipient of the Mylan Award is a student that has shown leadership through roles in student organizations and has shown leadership in his academics by excelling in both the classroom and on rotations. He also served as one of the 2-member team of the clinical skills competition, which placed second in the country. This was the first time we had had a team make it to the finals, and to place second is an outstanding achievement. The recipient of the Mylan Pharmaceutics Excellence in Pharmacy Award goes to Caleb Hammons. The Lilly Achievement Award goes to a student pharmacist that demonstrates excellence in primary care and chronic disease state management. The recipient of this award has a true passion for patients in the primary care setting. Her compassion for patients was noteworthy, and her abilities to communicate with providers and staff were exceptional. She was the top student on her ambulatory care APPE, due in part to her work ethic and drive to succeed. The recipient of the Lilly Achievement Award is Abby Taylor Langford. The Pharmacist Mutual Leadership Award goes to the student that has shown tremendous leadership throughout their time in the College of Pharmacy. This student pharmacist has proven herself as a leader among her classmates and within the profession. She served in numerous leadership roles in student organizations. She has served as both the class and student government president, and she is a true leader in every sense of the word when it comes to her service to the college. We are truly going to miss her when she moves to Dallas for her residency at the VA. The Pharmacist Mutual Leadership Award goes to Nicole Northcutt. The next award is the U.S. Public Health Service Excellence in Public Health Pharmacy Award. This award recognizes a student who has made a significant contribution to the public health by promoting wellness and healthy communities. This award is a little different from some of the others given today in that it is not necessarily given to a graduating student. Any student pharmacist is eligible to win this award, and they must be nominated by a faculty member or dean at their College of Pharmacy. Students are evaluated on their contributions towards voluntary health-related services or contributions that advance the goals of the Healthy People 2020 or National Prevention Strategy. According to the U.S. Public Health Service, the recipient of this award was selected for her dedication to various public health efforts, including her leadership in an interdisciplinary hotspotting effort, among others, which targeted vulnerable at-risk individuals in Nashville. Our recipient is one of a select few student pharmacists from around the country who were selected to receive this award. The recipient of the U.S. Public Health Service Excellence in Public Health Pharmacy Award goes to Tracy Trong. The final graduate award of this morning is a very special award. This award recognizes one student from the graduating class for his or her demonstration of Christian faith, servant leadership, professionalism, and compassion. These are the qualities that our college strives to instill in each of our students, and will help to make them a well-rounded pharmacist. The award is named after the founding dean of the College of Pharmacy, Dr. Roger L. Davis, who truly embodies all of these qualities and serves as a role model to the students, faculty, and staff. The recipient of this award will receive a crystal trophy and a Bible with their name engraved on the front. Faculty and staff and students of the class of 2020 were given the opportunity to nominate an individual whom they felt exemplified these qualities. The recipient of this award embodies what it means to be a Christian in the way that she carries herself on a daily basis. Throughout all 4 years of pharmacy school, she has been very involved in our school's mission trips, including serving as a leader for many of these trips. One nominator wrote, "This student devoted many hours of servant-like preparation for many aspects of the mission trip. She never called attention to those instances of behind-the-scenes work. Rather, she took initiative to tackle those things that needed to be done. And during the trip, she served admirably and humbly as the student leader. She was a model of service to those whom we came to minister. But she was also a servant and encourager among our team members. Working alongside her in the pharmacy on mobile clinic days, she was an example of clinical excellence, other-centered compassion, and professionalism, down to the smallest detail. She embodies all of the characteristics this award represents: Christian faith, servant leadership, professionalism, and compassion. The recipient of the Roger L. Davis Christian Faith and Service Award goes to Kelsey Stevens Woolfolk. As mentioned earlier, we have two dual degree programs, the Masters of Healthcare Informatics and the Masters of Management programs. We have several students who are graduating with these dual degrees or certificates. We would like to recognize those students now. Those receiving the PharmD and Masters in Healthcare Informatics are Carly Adams, Nathan Fields, Caleb Hammons, Dallas Smith, Stephanie Winlet, and Austin Yu. Those receiving the PharmD and Certificate in Healthcare Informatics are Austin Webb and Chelsea Williams. The Masters of Management degree is for students who have an interest not only in the clinical aspects of pharmacy practice, but also the leadership and management responsibilities that are associated with being a pharmacist. This additional master's degree better prepares our graduates for the workforce, for residency, and for their careers. At this time, I have the privilege of recognizing those students graduating with both the Doctor of Pharmacy degree and the Master's of Management degree. These students are Diana Hakeem, Portia Jenkins, Sydney Madison, Drew Nadler, Matthew Perry, Allie Spicer, Helena Stonerock, Bryce Vallow, Michael Watley, and Kahari Wines. We congratulate each of these students on excellence in these efforts and the wonderful jobs and residencies they have secured post-graduation. Well done.
Thank you, Dr. Uroza, and congratulations to all the award winners, the dual degree recipients, and certificate recipients. We're proud of each of you. Now is the time for the presentation of the academic hood. The history of academic regalia dates back to the 12th century. Robes were primarily worn to provide warmth to professors that taught in unheated buildings. The tradition has continued and now follows uniform regulations from the American Council on Education. The assignment of colors to the trim of the robe signify the academic discipline in which the degree was earned. Pharmacy robes are trimmed in olive green, which is closely associated with medicine's traditional Kelly green. Hoods were also worn originally for warmth reasons. Hoods were designed to be able to be pulled over the head and to serve as a scarf. The doctoral hood is the only hood that shall have panels on each side. The hoods are to be lined with the official color or colors of the college or university conferring the degree, with velvet trimming of 5 inches for doctoral degrees. Caps or tams with tassel were introduced later and can be used for doctoral degrees instead of the traditional mortarboard caps. To assist with the presentation of hoods, I would like to ask Ms. Laura Ward, Director of Admissions and Student Affairs, to come to the microphone along with Class President Kyle Owens.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. Today, we are pleased to present the first hood as a symbolic hood, representing the hard work and accomplishment and the scholarship of each member of the class. Accepting this symbolic hood from Dean Campbell on behalf of each class member is Class President Kyle Owens. Thank you. Now, please join me at home by celebrating your graduate as their name is announced and their photo is shown. Carly Adams. Ashley Allison, Carrie Lee Allsbrooks, Samuel Amati, Katrina Barnett, Alex Bragg, John Brannon, Brian Brisky, Nicholas Busby, Emily Campbell, TJ Kanita, Tiffany Renee Clark, Judea D. Steele, Leanne Fain, Nathan Fields, Kevin Flatt, Kyle Fletcher, Alec Forster, Victor Garcia, Neil Gillette, Gabrielle Givens, Christopher Glovich, Diana Hakeem, Logan Haley, Caleb Hammons, Alyssa Hannes, Aaron Hensley, Tyler Hollis, Rebecca Holleran, Will Howard, Portia Jenkins, Kyle Kaysberg, Kirandeep Carr, Myles Keck, Lacey Kinney, Kevin Kornblue, Christian Kreina, Abigail Langford, Summer Larson, Sydney Madison, Christy Manning, Tyler McClatchy, Andrea McDonald, Rachel Maringer, Elizabeth Christie Mitchell, Loretta Moate, Alexis Monteleone, Mark Moore, Therese Barika Mulu, Drew Nadler, Nicole Northcutt, Shelby Ogan, Fortune Oja, Kyle Owens, Naman Patel, Matthew Perry, Brenna Rainey, Jared Rhodes, Priscilla Orozco Rios, Landon Russell, Dallas Smith, Allie Spicer, Genevieve Staff, Helena Stonerock, Judy Track, Tracy Trong, Bryce Valo, Tanya Watson, Ashlyn Webb, Austin Webb, Stephanie Wendelet, Michael Watley, Chelsea Williams, Kahari Wines, Kelsey Stevens Woolfolk, Michael Yakub, Austin Yu, and Cassandra Zimmer. Congratulations, class of 2020. Dean Campbell.
Thank you, Ms. Ward, and congratulations to the class of 2020. It is now my pleasure to ask Dr. Jeff Lee, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, to come to the microphone for the administration of the oath of a pharmacist. Dr. Lee.
It is my honor today to present the Pharmacist Code of Ethics and to administer the oath of a pharmacist to our graduates for the final time. These statements are especially relevant in our current times where we, as pharmacists, continue to meet the needs of our patients regardless of the extreme circumstances. Quite simply, in many instances, we are asked to put others' needs ahead of our own. I pray that your time at Lipscomb has helped each of you discover and reinforce your innate desire to serve others and has prepared you to be leaders in the communities where you will serve. It has been said that all of our decisions are motivated by either fear or love. It's now more important than ever that we be aware of our motivations and that we consistently choose to act out of love. Let's continue to look for ways to help our communities and serve others in everything we do, even when it is hard or inconvenient or perhaps even a little scary. The Pharmacist Code of Ethics has been prepared and supported by pharmacists and various member organizations of the profession, including the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy and the Academy of Student Pharmacists. The code is intended to state publicly the principles that form the fundamental basis of the roles and responsibilities of pharmacists. It states, a pharmacist respects the covenantal relationship between the patient and pharmacist. A pharmacist promotes the good of every patient in a caring, compassionate, and confidential manner. A pharmacist respects the autonomy and dignity of each patient. A pharmacist acts with honesty and integrity in professional relationships. A pharmacist maintains professional competence. A pharmacist respects the values and abilities of colleagues and other health professionals. A pharmacist serves individual, community, and societal needs. A pharmacist seeks justice in the distribution of health resources. At this time now, I will administer the oath of a pharmacist to our graduating class, and I would just ask the graduating class of 2020, wherever you are, to please rise and raise your right hand. The oath is printed in the program that you received, and as I read the oath, I ask each of you to meditate upon the importance and meaning of the words, and after reading the oath, I will ask each of you to signify your acceptance of this oath by saying, I will. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am trusted by the public. Graduates, will you each accept the responsibility of the oath as you begin your professional career? Thank you. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce the Executive Director of the Tennessee Pharmacists Association and a great friend to our college, Dr. Micah Cost.
Well, good morning. It's always an honor to be here with the Lipscomb University College of Pharmacy. Lipscomb holds a great place in my heart. I did my undergrad studies here, and absolutely appreciate everything that you guys have done over the last 4 years. And, you know, I think the one thing that we'll look back on, and you'll look back on 20, 30 years down the road, is you're going to say that 2020 is a year like none other. It's such a great honor to be able to stare into each one of your faces whenever I get to do this, but I don't get to do that this year, and it's a year like no other. In 2020, we've already survived tornadoes and COVID. You've had to adjust to new things like homemade gyms and curbside takeout, sweatpants with sport coats, Netflix and Zoom backgrounds, but most importantly, you've had to adjust to the fear and uncertainty in the world. As pharmacists, it's our responsibility to take care of patients, especially during times when fear and uncertainty exists. And one of the things that I think is most important about what you've learned at Lipscomb over the past 4 years and what you've experienced with the faculty is the strength and importance of community. The pharmacists that you're graduating with today are going to be your lifelong community. They're going to be the folks that you lean on for clinical decisions. They're also going to be the folks to lean on whenever you're struggling professionally and when you need help. There's a lot of focus on professional well-being, and I think one of the most important things for you to recognize is that you now are part of a larger profession, a larger professional community. I've heard it termed a family, and I think that's a really clever term, but realistically what that is your community of fellow healthcare providers to lean on whenever you lose patients, to lean on whenever you're struggling how to take care of patients. That's really important. And so I think especially in this year, I think what I've seen more than anything else is the importance of that strength and that community. The second thing that we've seen in 2020, a year like none other, is the essential role of pharmacists as providers. It's been amazing to hear and see the stories of pharmacists stepping up. Not once have I had a call or a text or an email from a pharmacist saying, I don't want to go to work today. Pharmacists are concerned about certain things, whether it be protective equipment. Pharmacists are concerned about how to protect their patients, but not once have they shied away from that opportunity to run into the burning building to take care of patients. And so as we hear legislators, as we hear lawmakers, as we hear governors and administrative professionals talking about what we face with coronavirus, we hear them reference the heroes, and pharmacists are among those heroes. And you're one of those heroes now. The other thing that I've recognized is that patient needs don't go away whenever you have times of crisis. You're entering a profession that is tasked with taking care of patients where they are, meeting them where they are. Pharmacists are the most accessible healthcare providers with the most extensive training in medication therapy. You are the medication experts. And so that's an opportunity for us to step up and fill those gaps, especially in times when patients don't have access to other healthcare professionals. Pharmacists are essential to this process. The other thing that I've seen out of this is the opportunity to change healthcare has never been so apparent. The opportunities for pharmacists to step in and fill the roles that other healthcare providers may not be able to fill because of your training and because of your medication expertise have never been greater. In times of uncertainty and in times like what we're experiencing right now, the gaps show. And there's huge gaps in terms of taking care of patients. And that's where you're going to fill those gaps as the pharmacist on the healthcare team. Lastly, I think it's really important to recognize one of my favorite quotes that I always think about, and it's very simple, but it's from Mr. Rogers, and he always talked about it in a scenario whenever he was a kid, and his mom would always explain to him that whenever you have scary news, you've got to look for the helpers. And I think that's really important because whenever we're facing adversity like we have in 2020, the helpers are the pharmacists. The helpers are the pharmacy team members. And the pharmacists are looking for opportunities to fill those gaps and to take care of those patients. And so the one thing that I would definitely leave you with is 2020 is one of a kind, and we'll always remember this as the year like no other. But for you right now, the year of celebration should be focused on the opportunities that you have and the future that you're about to take on is very, very bright, and there's a lot of opportunities. We'll get through all of this, but be that helper that we all look to in times of uncertainty and fear. And so congratulations. I wish I could see your faces. I'm so excited to have you as part of this pharmacy profession, and may God bless you as you go along.
Thank you, Dr. Cost, for your comments, as well as your ongoing support of the college. Dr. Cost and his staff at the Tennessee Pharmacists Association continue to do so much good for the profession through their advocacy efforts, as well as their enhancing the role of a pharmacist in the care of patients, and we are thankful for them. We are blessed at Lipscomb University to have an administration that is so supportive. President Randy Lowry and Provost Craig Bledsoe have provided superb leadership to Lipscomb University during a time of unprecedented growth. They have also been instrumental in helping the university navigate the more recent uncertain times associated with the global pandemic. I am thankful for their leadership. It is my pleasure to welcome to the microphone Provost Craig Bledsoe to offer some remarks and a blessing on this graduating class. Provost.
Well, let me offer my congratulations to all of you in what is a very unusual time, but a very good time. And I want to congratulate all of the students that are out there. I want to congratulate all the parents and spouses and family members and friends who have supported you through this 4 years of excitement and hard work and study. And this is quite an accomplishment, and we are really proud of you at this point, at this moment, and wish you the best as you go forward from here. Normally, I get to watch each of you as you walk across the stage. I get to see your faces as you get those hoods. I get to congratulate each of you. Today, I didn't get to do that in person, but I did get to see your faces as they scrolled across the stage, and it's an exciting moment for me, and I know it's an exciting moment for you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for being a part of this College of Pharmacy. Thank you for being who you are as students, and thank you for being what you're going to be as pharmacists and stepping into a world of healthcare that is so essential, and as it's already been pointed out to you, especially essential today. So we appreciate you being here as students, and we look forward to what you will do as practicing pharmacists and pharmacy education that you have and taking that out into the world. I also want to thank the faculty, all the faculty, the hard work that they put in with you on this journey. I want to thank the leadership of this college. I thank Dean Campbell, who has done a tremendous job during this period of transition as you are leaving here during this interesting period that we're in. And I also want to thank Vice Provost and Founding Dean Roger Davis for all the work that he has put into this college. It was much of his vision. It was his hard work that has made the college what it is today. And we greatly appreciate all that hard work that he has contributed and wish him well. Will you pray with me as I pray a blessing over you as you go forth? Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this moment today, this period of transition. We're thankful for this time, this place. We're thankful, Father, for this university, for its commitment to you, for its commitment to quality education. We thank you, Father, for the faculty of this college, for its leadership, and for its mission to educate quality, caring pharmacists. Father, we are especially grateful at this time for these graduating students and the time that they have been here. And we're thankful, Father, the way that you have blessed them, the way that you have been with them on this journey, and the way that you have been with this college over the years. For all these students, Father, we pray blessings as they leave here. We pray that you will be with them as they start new lives, new friendships, new professions, and new adventures. Father, we know that it is by your power that people are healed. So we thank you for the gifts you have given these students to be where they are today. Father, give them strength and wisdom for their work, guide their decisions, and help them make choices through their faith. It's through the name of your Son we pray. Amen. Blessings to all of you.
Thank you, Provost Bledsoe. In closing, we are so very thankful for this opportunity to honor and celebrate the class of 2020 Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. Please remember the live stream of the graduation commencement ceremony will be tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. I hope you will be able to be with family and use that time to celebrate as you receive your Doctor of Pharmacy degree and have it conferred at that time. Normally, we would gather on the morning of graduation day to have a breakfast where each of you would be welcomed into our Alumni Association. So as we close today, we would like to show a video featuring Ms. Catherine Chanel, aka Mama Chanel, who coordinates our alumni events for the college. Thank you, and God bless.
Hey, class of 2020, Mama Chanel here. There are two favorite days in my job. The first one is in August when all of our new student pharmacists arrive, and the second is graduation. That first day, it feels like when I took my kids to school for the first time. Everybody's nervously excited. They've got on new clothes that they've gotten just for school. Everybody's worried about finding a friend. And yes, even though you have been in school at least 14 years, you're still worried about finding your desk. I usually find Ms. Ward in a corner somewhere, dabbing tears from her eyes, and honestly she's doing it because she's just crying because she's thankful that you showed up. And then there's my second favorite time, and that's where we are now, graduation. It's a time where we get to celebrate you and acknowledge all your hard work. We get to watch your family stand up proudly at graduation. So many pictures, and remember that grandma who I met at your white coat ceremony? Well, she's back. And she's just thankful for that she actually lived to see this day. And while Ms. Ward may cry on your first day, I usually cry on the last one. But this year's different. Because of the pandemic, ceremonies and graduations have changed. I mean, for the first time in Lipscomb's history, we're having to have a virtual graduation. It's impossible to graduate hundreds of people and keep them socially distanced. I mean, think about how long the line for diplomas would be, keeping everybody 6 feet apart. I'm sorry we can't celebrate the way we usually do, and I can understand your disappointment because I feel it too. Not at the same level you do, but I'm disappointed and I'm sad, and honestly, I've got lots of questions. Questions like, have officials handled this in the best way? How long will this last? Are they going to have a vaccine? Will I get COVID-19? Will I survive? So many questions with no real answers. But rather than focus on the unknowns, I like to focus on a different question, and it's this. What do you have as a result of choosing to come to Lipscomb? Well, first you've got a diploma, and that's one that you worked for. We didn't give it to you, you earned it. And your degree comes from a program that enjoys an excellent reputation across the country as one that graduates highly competent individuals. Doors are going to be open to you, and opportunities are going to come to you because of that reputation. In other words, you're warming your hands to fires you did not build. So now it's your turn to do your part to keep that reputation strong, and I have confidence that you will. Second, you have some really unique and meaningful experiences. You've studied together, you've pledged fraternities together. gone on mission trips, helped each other move, kept each other's kids, given flu shots, won competitions. You've explored your faith. So many experiences that you have, because when Lipscomb chose you, you chose Lipscomb. But the third, you have Dr. Idson's cell phone number. And while that's a valuable commodity, you have so much more than that. You're part of the Lipscomb family. Your classmates, faculty, and staff are woven into the tapestry of your life, and you are and will always be a part of us, a part of the Lipscomb family. So remember this benchmark that's in our lobby? We have a tradition that says that you're not supposed to touch it until it's time to graduate. And on graduation day, we would line you up and you would walk by and touch it on our way to the graduation ceremony. Well, while we're not going to be able to do that this year, we are going to send one of these home with you as a gift. It's your own benchmark that I hope you put in a prominent place, and that you can see it, and it will remind you that Lipscomb University College of Pharmacy is the place that sets the standard for excellence in professionalism and service. And it's the place where you attain your professional competency. You'll also find at the bottom there's a set of coordinates. And anywhere in the world you can follow these coordinates and they will bring you directly to Lipscomb. From anywhere in the world, these coordinates will bring you home. So let this benchmark remind you that Lipscomb's your home. We want to hear from you when times are good or when times are bad. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. You just need a listening ear. Maybe you don't have the answer. Well, we might know somebody who does. We want to celebrate with you whenever you have times to celebrate. When all this craziness is over, I hope you'll stop by. I don't know how we're going to do the cookie jar thing with all of this new sterilization stuff, but we're going to figure it out. I want you to use this benchmark to remind you of home. You're always welcome here. Lipscomb University College of Pharmacy is your home. You're our family. You chose us and we chose you. Probably 100 times I've heard someone use the phrase, "We are in unprecedented times." And yes, this is probably the first time that most of the population of the world has experienced a true pandemic. There are very few folks alive that were alive during the flu epidemic of 1918. And yes, we're certainly in uncharted waters as it relates to the ramifications of the new virus, both from a health and an economic standpoint. While I understand the intent in making that statement, I think we can look at this differently, as a challenge, maybe not a reason to be afraid. In reality, every morning when you get up, you're stepping into unprecedented times, times that you've never experienced before. Each day gives you the opportunity to be a person of integrity and compassion. Each day you'll have the opportunity to change the course of a person's life by improving their quality of life. And yes, each day will have its own set of questions with no answers, but on good days you'll have solutions to some. You'll make an impact. You'll make a difference. Since graduating from Lipscomb, I've lived from the East Coast to the West Coast, but when I came back to Lipscomb to work for you, I came home. I'm proud to be an alumnus of Lipscomb, and not a day goes by that I don't thank God for the opportunity that I have to be here. Remember, we share the same home address. So welcome, class of 2020, to the thousands who call themselves the alumnus of Lipscomb University, but you're also a part of a very select group, those professional practitioners who call themselves graduates of Lipscomb University College of Pharmacy, and even more specifically, the class of 2020. Congratulations. We're so proud of you, and God bless.